Hi everybody, this is Red Hill Eagle. Welcome back to TEW2020. This is Hope and Glory, the local to global save from the early 90s. Well, we're now in the late 90s. If you remember rightly, we now have a weekly TV deal. We've called it Premiership Wrestling UK, and we're going to go through the first of those shows tonight. But before we do that, now's the time for us to introduce a few storylines. So this is how I usually do it if I'm just playing a kind of go through the motions game. So I'm not going into too many details with the storylines. I normally just take a look at the roster and go to contracts, have a look at perceptions. So what we want is someone who we're going to be potentially jobbing out. So I'll be looking at sort of Dave Finlay, and I'll be looking at someone that we're hoping to push. I don't always do that. I mean, obviously, we'll probably look at something like probably have a Bob Holly, Lord Regal story somewhere along the line. Maybe not quite yet, but that's that first one I said about. So Dave Finlay, a heel, and we're going to be looking at someone who's a bit younger. I mean, Ian McGregor would be perfect for this because he's only 32. He's someone really that he can be up there. He can be a star. I mean, he's got some really decent stats. I mean, he's by no means an entertainer, but I still think we can get him over. So, and if we can't, then we can't. I think it'll still be an interesting story to have. I think so. Let's go to these storylines and add storyline 01. So we want Dave Finlay v Ian McGregor. Okay. Dave Finlay, Ian McGregor. We'll start that storyline, and then what I do is I go to my physical notebook. Yes, I actually have a physical notebook, and I will go through that, and I'll flick through to the page. We'll go to like an event in a few months' time. So, for example, we're now in November. I want this story to go for 2 or 3 months. Let's say we want to finish it in January. I will go to January. So I haven't actually filled out my notebook at all. So the first page is going to be, I'll tell you what, I'll start it off in December because I think, for the first month, for the first event, after reaching a TV deal, I think we're just going to have an event where, we just put it together again, really. Let's give these stories time to build. So December 98, and then the next page, January 98, and this is where I want that storyline to end. So I'll write in the notebook, I will write, I think we'll have Finlay win the storyline. I'm not sure how, well, let's have a look. Will Finlay be willing to job to Ian McGregor? I mean, talk to worker, booking, lose at an event to Ian McGregor. He'd have no complaints. Okay, well, we'll have Ian McGregor then. So McGregor, and this is what I'm writing in the notebook, McGregor over Finlay. End story. Okay, so, and I'll do that for each of the storylines that we introduce. Some of them might go for longer than 2 months. Some might go for a good 6 months. I think it's all going to depend. At the moment, though, seeing as we're just sort of getting into this now, weekly TV shows and big events at the end, I think we'll have just a few sort of short storylines. So for our next one then, let's have, I'm not going to put Regal in a story at the moment. I know I probably should, but because he's the champion, do you know what I'm going to? I was going to say, because he's the champion, I don't want him losing the belt yet, but he can win his first story, can't he? I mean, there's no issue with that. So let's have Regal go up against someone like Gary B. Ware, because I want Gary B. Ware I want to push him, but then we could put him in with someone like Ludwig Borger. Gary B. Ware could be the guy to beat Borger for the Inter-County Championship. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put Borger and Gary B. Ware. So we want 02 Borger v Gary Beware. Okay, so Ludwig Borger, Gary Beware. And do you know what? Borger's going to have like, we're going to give him someone to be like a lackey, so to speak. So someone else that we want to get over. And it's got to be someone who's lower than Gary Beware as well, because, you know, someone else we want to get over, really. I mean, we've got a lot of baby faces down here that we want to get over. So I'm probably going to start to think about people like Johnny Smith, Andre Baker. Get some of these baby faces over. Maybe not Andre Baker, but the older guys. Drew McDonald. But okay, well, let's fix this one first. So we want another heel, quite low down. Someone like Chris Jericho. Mind you, we put actually, yeah, we'll do that. We'll put Jericho and Canyon as like two lackeys for Ludwig Borger. So we want to go to this storyline. We want to go to Ad Worker, Chris Jericho. Align him with Ludwig Borger. Supporting or major? I think for the moment supporting. Ad Worker. Canyon. Now, is he Chris Canyon or is he Canyon? He's Chris Canyon. Align him with Ludwig Borger, supporting role. So we'll have a couple of matches. We'll have sort of Gary Beware against Canyon and or Jericho. Possibly Gary Beware somewhere along the line will get a tag team partner for a match or two and go up against both Canyon and Jericho. I mean, we could do that now. We could put a friend in there for Beware. Maybe one of these other faces we want to get over. That would make sense. So who's a face down here that we want to get over? It's got to be one of the... Actually, not many of them are that young, are they? Someone down here, surely. Justin Martin, let me have a look at him. I don't think he's a guy that I was looking to push. Where is Justin Martin? Alright. Laptop's a bit slow at the moment for some reason. So, he wasn't really someone... Although he's got decent star quality. Do you know what? Yeah, okay. What contract did I put him on? Alright. A year. Yeah, okay, a year. I was thinking I might have just taken him on as a jobber. Okay, so Justin Martin, we'll put him with Gary Beware. So Ad Worker, Justin Martin with Gary Beware. This laptop is running really slow and I don't know why. As a supporting... Yeah, so then, again, I go to my notebook now, and let's have this one last a little bit longer because there's a few more people in this one. Let's have this one go on till March. So let me just note down February 99 and then March 99. March 1999. And we'll have, I mean, we need Borger to win it, really. We need Borger to, or do we? I mean, can we, by March, do we want a new IC champion? How long has Borger had it so far? Borger, 115 days. June. Okay, yeah, so we'll have Gary Beware. Beware over Borger. Win IC. And end story. Okay, so, and this is how I build my cards. So, you know, before March is here, we're already going to have 4 or 5 matches that are storyline related. Because what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back to February. And I'm going to have Jericho and Canyon over Beware and who he was with? Beware and Martin, Justin Martin. Okay, so that will count towards going to the towards the storyline. And Jericho and Canyon should get some decent pop from that. And I think we can probably have something like Borger interferes or distracts. Haven't left myself a lot of room to write that, but Borger... if I just write Borger, I'll know what to do there. So there's 2 matches for January already, okay? And we haven't even thought about the card. So let's have a look. Let's put one more storyline in for the moment, and then we'll have a TV show. Then possibly we'll look at putting in another storyline. So yeah, let's get some more of these baby faces over. These low, I mean, they're all in their 30s. Sorry, 40s and 30s, late 30s. So I mean, I'm not really looking at pushing those. It's these unimportant guys. Lewis Blaine. He's been with the company for years now, but he's only 31, so maybe we could be looking at starting to push him. What are his stats like? I mean, he's nothing special entertainment-wise, but I mean, he's pretty decent in the ring. I think he's someone we can be looking at pushing to some extent. I think we can definitely be looking at sort of getting him into the mid card, but then because he's unimportant, I don't really want to introduce him into a story with a major star. So I think we'll do the same with Lewis Blaine. We'll have kind of 2 against 2 here. So I mean, the main story here can be something like, let's have Ben McCoy and Michelle Starr. Ben McCoy and Michelle Starr. So 03. Ben McCoy v Michelle Starr. So we'll have Ben McCoy, Michelle Starr as the major roles, and I have forgotten already Lewis Blaine, and we'll put him in as a supporting role, and Lewis Blaine will be with Ben McCoy. So change a line, so Ben McCoy's aligned with Lewis Blaine. So yeah, we want someone now to go with Michelle Starr. So how about Lord Regal? And what we'll do here, we'll have it so Lord Regal is just kind of friends with Michelle Starr, kind of I've got your back. But Ben McCoy, his beef isn't with Lord Regal. His beef is with Michelle Starr. So, you know, we're not going to have Ben McCoy's not chasing the belt. And you know, perhaps Lord Regal just kind of like helps Michelle Starr out. Okay, so do you know what, we're going to do that. So add worker, Lord Regal, align him with Michelle Starr, supporting role. Okay, this story, I mean, we're going to have this one go to in March as well, maybe February for this one, maybe February. So, and we'll have, I wouldn't mind Lewis Blaine getting the victory. I'll tell you what, we'll have it go on till March, because I think hopefully by then I'll have Lewis Blaine in a position where Ben McCoy might not mind losing to him so much. So we'll have Blaine over McCoy. End story. Okay, and somewhere along the line we'll have a couple of tag team matches, but I'm probably thinking not at the events, because Lord Regal will be defending his belt. So in February, perhaps we can have something like, I'll tell you what we'll do in February. We will have Blaine draw with McCoy. Blaine draw with McCoy. And this could be something like a double DQ, okay? Double DQ. And it'll be a case of Lord Regal and Michelle. Lord Regal. I've been saying Lewis Blaine all the time, haven't I? This is McCoy against Michelle Starr. So it's going to be Starr over McCoy in March to end of that story. Starr over McCoy. Starr over McCoy, end the story. And so then in February we can have Blaine draw with McCoy, because hopefully that'll get some pop on Blaine. And if he might not mind drawing McCoy. I mean, let's hope. So like a double DQ. So both Starr and Regal get involved in that one. Let's go to January, and we can stick something in here as well. We can have something like I mean, Regal can defend his belt against McCoy. Yeah, okay. Regal over McCoy. Keep world title, and here we'll have Michelle Starr interfere. So Starr basically stops McCoy from winning the belt. Okay, so that'll do for the moment, because I understand it's not great just sitting there watching me and hearing me write notes and stuff. So yeah, let's get cracking then. Let's go and book our first TV show. So here we are. Backstage incidents. Lewis Blaine brightened the backstage. Marty Jones and Dave Finlay. Marty Jones was brought before the wrestlers' court. Okay, that's fine. Right, where are we going to host this? This is our first TV show. Fans, 2,600 expected. That's not bad, actually. So 2,600. Let's think of a... I'll try and maximise our revenue. Granada Cinema? That's actually where it gave us anyway. Yeah, okay. Granada Cinema. Now, I need to remember, have I worked this out yet? Based on our product, our TV show is 60 minutes long. I haven't. So, our product, I think it's 65% wrestling time. So, for TV, let me just quickly work that out. Okay, 39 minutes wrestling time. And it's 60 minutes total. So, 39 minutes. I am so OCD. Right, so we're going to kick off. So 39 minutes wrestling time, that's not long. So, I mean, to be honest, most of our matches are going to kind of be squash matches. Let's be looking at trying to get some of these faces over, the ones I was talking about. So, right, so we need people like, I mean, Jericho, yeah, they're heels, but we still want to get them over. I mean, Dave Duran, he's only 36. We could still be looking at getting him over to some extent. Although, is he worth pushing? Probably not. Eddie Riley's 39. Justin Martin we want to be getting over. So let's have Justin Martin. Let's see. A heel then. Well, I don't really want Michelle Starr losing to him. Mike Roberts, 28. Okay, Justin Martin and Mike Roberts. Change them to round. Hopefully, Mike Roberts won't mind losing this one. We might have to do a little bit of jiggery pokery. Open match script. Decisive win. Right, yeah, okay, he's okay with that. That's good news. Let's have another singles match. We won't have many tag team matches. At the moment, we've officially kind of only got one tag team. So, I mean, I know there's guys down here I want to get over, but I don't want to take the mickey using too many unimportant guys because the fans aren't going to like it. But let's go Lewis Blaine. I mean, this one's going to be a risk. Chris Curtis is only 27, so he's someone we probably want to be looking at pushing. Drew McDonald. Yeah, come on, Drew. You've got to agree to lose this. Drew McDonald. Let's go 9 minutes match for this one, or 11 in total. And if I go Lewis Blaine, open script. If I have this one as a cheap win, so say something like a DQ finish, I don't know if he's going to like this. Oh, he doesn't mind. Okay, that's good. So we've got now 19 minutes to use. So I probably want a slightly better match now. You know, sort of a couple of guys that are near the top of our card. Let's go Johnny Smith. Or even Chick Cullen. No, let's go Johnny Smith. Johnny Smith, and let's have him beat one of the faces down here. Rory Campbell? Yeah. I mean, we're going to be repeating matches now because I'm sure we've had... Everyone's pretty much faced everyone now, almost. I mean, okay, not for 3 years. 2 years. 2 years exactly, pretty much. Okay. So yeah, we'll do that then, and we'll have that one as a. It's got to be have that as a 6-minute match. Johnny Smith's going to get the win. Probably need a storytelling match. We'll do that. Open match script. Decisive win. Okay. So that leaves us now. Yeah, 11 minutes. So a 9-minute main event. So we're probably going to be looking at, let's see, a 9-minute main event. It's got to be a major star. How about Ludwig Borger defend his? Yeah, Ludwig Borger against. Oh, we could do that, couldn't we? This kicks off the story. He cheats. Ludwig Borger cheats. Yeah, so Ludwig Borger, tainted win. Let's have this one steal the show. The Inter-County Championship. Okay. Right, so now we've got, yeah, a little bit of, let's do some of these, let's get some of these storylines underway. So, what we'll have is, post-match here, Gary Beware. Why is this laptop running so slow at the moment? Gary Beware, let's script him because, although technically he's not on the microphone, but the camera picks up what he's saying. Ludwig Borger, overness. Post-match, Beware argues with the ref that Borger cheated. Borger taunts Ware. Okay. Go for sort of like 2 minutes. Right. Just help if I could type properly tonight. Wow, the speed of the laptop. I don't know if I'm going to worry anymore about making corrections. Okay. So, and then the other stories we've got. So we've got Dave Finlay, Ian McGregor. So what we'll do is we'll just have like Dave Finlay in an interview, say with Ricky Knight. So Ricky Knight, Dave Finlay. I think Dave Finlay would be more entertaining than just on the microphone. I think he'd probably. I think for the wrestlers, I've got to rate him on entertainment, but for this sort of personalities, rate them on microphone. If you get what I mean, Gene Okerlund. Think of Gene Okerlund and Hogan. Hogan's entertaining, whereas Okerlund is just literally on the mic. So Knight interviews Finlay, self promo, and then I've already forgotten who he's in the story with. Ian McGregor. Ian McGregor will interrupt. McGregor interrupts. I won't type too much here, and let's use our imagination. Finley's given a self promo how good he is. He's brilliant. He's former champion. This, that, and the other, and he's not going anywhere. He's still at the top of his game. And Ian McGregor comes out and says, let's put that to the test, pal. You're an old man. You're a has been. All the fans here, don't want people like you around. They want to see the younger guys. And that's just kind of how the story starts. A bit of a kind of an argument. And we'll plonk that somewhere in the middle. What I also want to do, I just want to have a check of this roster actually, because I'm trying to remember if I've taken on a news anchor. Because we've just been doing events, I wouldn't have used one yet. But did I take someone on? Gordon Pryor. I think he's going to be mainly a referee, isn't he? So that's just Paula and Ricky Knight, really. I could use Gordon Pryor. What's his microphone skills? 87. Alright. Yeah. So let's have that. Gordon Pryor. When the laptop decides to catch up with me. Gordon Pryor, microphone. And so we'll have sort of Ben McCoy, Michelle Starr. Although maybe this story should start a different way. Well, no, let's have Ben McCoy. Actually, who's the heel? Yeah, okay, we'll have Ben McCoy. Entertainment. So, news, Gordon Pryor, intros, promos from Ben McCoy, Bob Holly, and we'll think of someone else in a minute. Let's put Bob Holly in there. Entertainment. Let's take them off the filter. Because then I'm going to ask for stars. Chick Cullen. Okay, Chick Cullen. Entertainment. And Chick Cullen. So basically, Gordon Pryor is behind a news desk and he says that he talks a little bit about the PLW and then says, now we're going to hear from some of the superstars of the PLW, and Ben McCoy, Bob Holly, and Chick Cullen all give promos, self-promos. And maybe Ben McCoy says something along the lines of, I'm open to any challenge, anyone who wants to take me on. Give that 3 minutes, maybe 4. I usually do it for longer, but we are only having an hour show. Gordon Pryor's our announcer. Well, that's okay. I mean, you wouldn't really have an announcer during a news anchor segment, I guess, and it's pre-taped. So we'll plonk that kind of there. No, we won't. We'll plonk it there because, we want a response now from Michelle Starr. So Michelle Starr, interviewed by Ricky Knight. So Knight interviews Michelle Starr. Responds to McCoy's open challenge. Okay. So let's go 5 minutes because we've got a bit of time. And we'll stick that there. Just want to fix something here. I mean, sometimes I forget, actually. Sometimes I leave things in that are just ridiculous, awful spellings. But when I see them, I have to go in and change them. There we go. McMoy, no. Come on. McCoy. Okay. So we've still got 7 minutes to use now. So I want probably a Ludwig Borger pre-match promo against Gary B. Ware. Ludwig Borger, Gary B. Ware. Let's rate him on overness off screen. Borger pre-IC title match promo against Gary B. Ware. Okay. And we'll go 4 minutes on that. So that leaves us with 3 minutes to do something else. Maybe like an opener from... I never normally do this, but I don't know why, because it makes perfect sense, and you used to get it in wrestling all the time. We'll have Gordon Pryor and Nick Parry, so we have to take them off the commentary thing. Nick Parry. So none and none. And commentary team introduce the show. So this isn't like they're in the arena and in the ring and they're introducing the show. They're in the the editing suite. used to get that. I think it was AWA that used to do it. I could be completely wrong because I didn't really watch wrestling there. But you'd have two guys in the editing suite. You'd have sort of video screens behind them, and reels of tape and that sort of thing. And then they'd just be introducing the show. Tonight we've got action from Ludwig Borger defends his championship against whatever. So yeah, that sort of thing. So 3 minutes there. Open the show. So first TV show, the first Premiership Wrestling UK. Let's do it. 48 rating for the opener with our commentary team. That's actually pretty decent. And then Justin Martin and Mike Roberts. This was just to get Justin Martin over. He won it in 7 minutes 15. That's a 47. That's not too awful. And then Gordon Pryor introducing promos from Ben McCoy, Bob Holly, and Chick Cullen, 54. This isn't awful at all, actually. I'm quite pleasantly pleased with these ratings. I mean, we probably need a bit more coming out of the matches. Drew McDonald, Lewis Blaine getting the win. Again, just a match to get him over, 46. And then Ricky Knight interviews Dave Finlay with Ian McGregor coming out, interrupting and basically saying, "I'll take you on. You're a has-been." People want to see the younger guys. They want to see the athletes, the young athletes. And it's rating of 55. Johnny Smith, Rory Campbell. I forgot about this one. 51. That's not too shabby. Johnny Smith getting the win in 6 minutes 20. And then Michelle Starr, interviewed by Ricky Knight, responding to... This wasn't an interview to respond to that comment. He just happened to respond to the comment. And yeah, I'll accept your challenge then, Benny boy. Rating of 50. And then Ludwig Borger's pre-match promo, 60. Quite pleased with that one. And then the match was 68. So yeah, a little bit better. I don't know what this is going to do to our overall rating, but that's acceptable, definitely. Borger getting the win in 8 minutes 35 by submission with a torture rack, but he did blatantly cheat. So yeah, 68, and then post-match, Gary Beware trying to explain to the referee he cheated, he did this, but maybe he had, I don't know, he was getting leverage from somewhere. I don't know how you get leverage from a submission move. Well, yeah, you probably can actually. So yeah, he was getting leverage from the ropes or something. But obviously the referee wasn't having anything of it, and Ludwig Borger just like taunts him, just it's sour grapes, just accept it, you lost. A rating of 58. Overall then, 57, and we did gain pop in 4 regions. Yeah, we probably didn't gain pop in South England, because I think that would have been 5 or 6. So there's 2 regions we didn't lose either though. So I mean that's something. I've got to think about putting Regal in some main events. But yeah, this is a process. We'll get some people over. Okay, I've just worked out why the laptop was going so slow. I forgot to turn the plug on, so it's been running off the battery, and the battery was so low. I'm surprised it didn't cut out. I always forget because I've changed where I record. I always used to record on the desktop. Now I record on my laptop because for some reason, despite having less power, the laptop somehow gives me better quality. But anyway, so I've kind of changed where I use my laptop now. And yeah, I always forget to plug it in. Doug Basham offer, MACW, okay. Chris Jericho's fully fit. And Marty Jones thinks Mike Roberts, he likes Mike Roberts. I mean, he's someone I want to push. I know he didn't get a win last night, but he is someone I want to push in the long term. So let's have a look at and see just what kind of happened with that first show. I mean, we're not going to have made waves with our first TV show. So I mean, if we gained in 4 regions, yeah. So it's going to be Midlands and Southern England that we didn't gain pop in. I mean, we're only broadcasting in the UK. I guess we are, aren't we? So for TV, yeah, it's just the UK. I mean, I wonder if we get a deal in America. I'm not going to look just yet. Roster, I mean, no one would have crept up pop-wise yet. Let's go for Let's look for everybody. Is this still going really slow, or did I not click that? In ring. Right, it's still going a bit slow, isn't it? I was probably charging the battery now. Yeah, so I mean, as I say, I doubt there's been any movement. Oh, Justin Martin has gone up to recognisable. that's decent. I'm pleased with that one. Then who was the other? Who was the other one? We had Lewis Blaine. Okay, but that's good though to get Justin Martin up there, because now we don't really have any problem. He can beat other recognisables, and so yeah, okay. Well, the project Justin Martin has kicked off. Let's just have a quick look at the storylines. Just see what ratings they kind of. So there's a 50 for that one. It's considered hot. I've still got the storyline mechanic turned off. I will turn that on probably next month once we start to get a few rolling. I know people could say it's cheating, whatever, but you know, I'm kind of fantasy booking here. I'm not, you know, most of my private saves, I'm very strict with things like using the editor and using the rules. And, do you know what I mean? But this one's 63. That's good. And Ben McCoy, Michelle Starr. It says the heat's unknown. I wonder why that is, because they did have angles. That's okay. I don't know. Okay, well, doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's our first TV show. I think I've been recording for long enough, and I'm going to call that one a wrap. And I will see you all again soon. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Please give a like and subscribe. And yeah, as I say, take care. I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.